Hello, VIPs. Still crazy active energy, a lot going on, a lot of things to be processed and removed and yada yada. So, I'm just, as I'm guided to tell you, I tell you. I'm pacing, so just, if I make a noise, I apologize. But a lot's coming through right now, and I gotta get it out so I can get on with what I was trying to do. Okay, first thing. And I feel like I want to say this is a Libra. I don't know why I'm hearing and seeing Libra, but there it is. There's something about a third party. A third party letting you know that someone has always been in love with you. And then it splits, right? The way I'm shown, it splits. And it's like, for some people, this is like an ex. I don't know how else to say that. And for other people, it's like somebody who, I don't know, like you started to date, and then they just show like it fizzles out, or like the person panicked and ghosted you or something like that. But the timing of it is like when you're kind of okay without this person. Like, okay, so if it were an ex, it feels like maybe when you broke up, you either were sad and hoping it would come back together, or angry and it took a while to let go of the anger, or something like that. Or if it was somebody that like it didn't really take off, then you weren't okay at first with like, I don't understand what happened, everything was great, and why did they ghost me, or why did it fizzle out, or whatever. And now some time has gone by and you're okay. Do you know what I mean? You're not like thinking about this person every day and wondering what happened, or thinking about this person every day and angry. Like, you're all right. Do you know what I'm saying? Enough time has passed. So the timing of that, there's something to the timing of that where you're a little more, like after a breakup, or after we're talking to someone and it fizzles out, like we're kind of in the emotion of it and we don't understand what happened, So the timing of it is like you had to process through that. You had to get through that. So now you're a little more clear-headed, level-headed. You have a better perspective and all that kind of stuff, right? So now that enough time has gone by where you're okay, maybe you may still be curious what happened or whatever, but you're not so hurt over it. Now, like, some third party comes in to say, like, did you know this person is in love with you? Or did you know you're all this person ever talks about? Or, I don't know why I'm just seeing this play out. Like a person coming and saying, did you know that so-and-so and I broke up because they're in love with you? Or I dated so-and-so after you and they're still in love with you? Or like something like that. Getting that information from a third party. I don't know, and somehow, like, for some people, it feels like it's just matter of fact, like, oh, you're so-and-so. Did you know so-and-so's in love with you? Did you know they left me for you? Or, I tried to date them and I couldn't because they're still in love with you? Or, like, it's just matter of factly. But then for some people, it feels petty. It feels like oh, did you know you broke up my happy home? Or, you know what I mean? But I don't think you did. It's not like you were, I'm going to break up this relationship. Like, you know what I mean? I don't. But it's like there was something wrong in the relationship to begin with. And this person's looking to project that, like, oh, it's your fault. You came in and did this. However it comes through, somebody is telling you, did you know so-and-so is in love with you? Or did you know so-and-so only ever talks about you? Something like that. And again, it's like heavy Libra. So like you're a Libra, they're a Libra. I don't know. Sorry, it's coming quickly because now I feel like I have to move on. There's something else coming. Anyway, that is within this next week, I think. Certainly during the Lionsgate portal, which, gosh, I can't even think of the date now. I think we've got almost another week and a half to 2 weeks of that actual energy. The portal is the day after tomorrow is when we're in the height of it. Gotta move on. Okay, then there's something about, this feels like all feminine energy right here for the moment. I feel like you are a feminine energy, and there's something about another feminine energy that is Okay, this is, nope, this is repetitive. This is still the feminine energy that came in, and it's like, this is somebody who is always in competition with other women. As soon as they meet another woman, they're eyeing them up. Am I cuter? Do guys pay more attention to me? I want to say, am I smarter than you? But I don't feel like this person's very intelligent, so they don't really value intelligence, so they don't ever think that way. Like, are you more intelligent than me? It's mostly like, do I dress hotter? Am I cuter than you? Can I pull guys? Are you a threat? That's how they see it. I don't think you see it that way at all, but it's like, that's how they see everyone. And I feel like you picked up on this right away. So this is somebody I think you don't know well. You might have met them, I'd say this year, maybe last year, but this is not somebody you've known for like 20 years. But you met this person. I don't know how you met this person. You didn't give them much attention because you don't have anything in common. Do you know what I mean? This is not somebody who's progressed very much spiritually. They haven't healed stuff. They're still very much in the matrix, so to speak. So you didn't pay much attention to them, except I think you noted when you met them, this person could potentially be an issue, because I think you recognize right away that they are that person that's always in competition with people. Okay? So this person, much like a lot of lower vibrational people right now, is very triggered with the energy we've been in. They don't understand energy, although I think they might portray themselves as somebody who does, just because it's sort of cool now. Do you know what I mean? Like, they don't feel energy. They don't understand how energy works, but they may say, like, I don't want toxic people in my energy. Like, because they heard other people say that. That's not legit coming from them. Does that make sense? They're very much followers. Anyway, they don't understand energy, so they don't understand like what's happening this year about the karma and stuff. And they certainly don't understand the things that are happening to them is a result of their karma. They don't understand that. So they're very, very triggered because things are not going the way they want it to go. All right, what's the point? Sorry, I just had to explain who this person was. I don't have a message about them yet, but hold very threatened by you. Very threatened by you. Always been very threatened by you. They may have found out in some way that you deal in energy, whether you do things yourself, whether, they found out you come to me or some other person. But they found out something about you. Well, I feel like you just work in energy. I don't feel like you're a dark energy person, obviously, or I probably wouldn't work with you. There's a few exceptions, but that's just because I know you're my stalkers and I play along. But most of you don't deal in dark energy. But this person doesn't understand energy at all. So they assume if you get into like, I do Reiki or spell work or energy clearings or readings or whatever, they assume that is all the same. They don't know there's a difference between dark energy practitioners, light energy practitioners. They don't know the difference. They're very much trying to understand something they haven't taken the time to understand. Does that make sense? So they found out that you do these things or you're into these things or whatever. And because they're always in competition with you, they are now going to go to, or they have gone to a dark energy practitioner. I don't know why I keep seeing like I'm just laying out money here. However much it takes, I'm laying out money to get this dark energy practitioner to do something. And this is the hardest part, because I feel like you are absolutely not in competition with this person. You don't even see him that way. Like, there's no reason for me to compete with you because we're not on the same level. We don't like the same things. We don't want the same things. We're not interested in, the same type of men if we're dating. Like, you don't see this person as competition at all. I feel like you don't, other than like having to note that they're doing something weird. I don't think you pay attention to this person at all. They're very much not, it's like, the way they portray it is like you're on completely different planes. Like, this person's still very much in the 3D and you're moving on up to the 5D. Like, it's like they're doing all these things to compete with you or get your attention or get people to hate you, and you're just kind of swatting them off like a fly. Like, what was that? That was annoying. Okay, moving on. Like, you don't even think about this person. All they do is think about you. And so the point is, they're very triggered, again, by what's going on. We're heavy. I've been saying since the beginning of the year how different this year is, and like karma's coming in, and you can see it play out in, politics and pop culture as much as in everyday life. Well, this person doesn't understand that, like most lower vibrational people, and they're in the thick of it now. Where like they're getting instant karma. The second they do something messed up happens to them, but they're not making the connection. They don't see it that way. So say I'm this chick that's in competition with you, and I go to a dark practitioner and I'm like, hey, I don't like this chick. Like, have bad things happen to this chick, and I'm laying out money is what I keep seeing. They just keep laying out money. And then I go to leave from paying this dark practitioner, and I get in a car accident or my car breaks down. Like, I'm not making the connection that, oh, I just did something messed up, and now something messed up is happening. Like, they're not making the connection. They keep emphasizing that. They're not getting it. And it's triggering them because they're always in the middle of doing secretly doing something messed up. And so now it's the middle of 2025, so karma's coming faster. They're not getting it, and they're constantly doing messed up things. But again, I keep getting that it's a secret because this person portrays themselves as a good person. This person portrays themselves as, I care about the homeless, I care about the animals, but again, it's something they picked up from other people. They recognize that when other people, quote unquote, care, they get recognition. So they've developed this persona of I'm a giving person, but you can see through it because you can see where they only care when they can get attention for caring. When it's like their own children or their own animals, they don't give a shit because nobody's praising them for that. Whew, slow down. Sorry. How long have we gone? Can we stop now? All right, so I don't know. So what I keep getting is that from the moment that you met this person, they have been in competition with you. They have always been in competition with you. And on some level, you have A, known this, but B, knew this. It's like something about the moment you spot this person, or like the moment this person's introduced to you, you know that this person is that kind of person. Oh God, they're going to be jealous of me, or they're going to be in competition with me, or like something. I believe it's your guides, but something told you in that moment, that instant that you met, always been in competition with you. And now it's like, I feel like something may have happened, because this person has been trying to like rally people against you and trying to find dirt on you. And this is like, I've been getting this for the past couple readings, so I'm sure you know all this already. Like, they keep trying to find things on you and get people against you and like prove that you are not a good person because they keep projecting their shit on you, because they're not a good person, so they assume you're pretending as much as they are. Do you know what I'm saying? So something has happened, or something is about to happen, where they're gonna, quote unquote, prove to everybody that you're not a good person. It doesn't play out the way they expected because you are the person you portray yourself as, okay? And now it's like they can't let this go. It's like, let's say, I'm trying to think of what somebody could use. Okay, so somebody could use this on me. Let's say somebody comes and like, I am an actual animal lover, okay? I don't pretend I can take care of any kind of animal. I don't have that kind of time, but that's why I only have certain animals, because I know what is required to take care of them. So yes, sometimes I'll see people with way too many animals that they cannot take care of, and I'm like, you have to take care of, you can't just have them. Do you know what I'm saying? So let's say somebody comes at me like, this bee is pretending like she's an animal lover, and I'm pretending to be one, so she must be pretending to be one, so let me just try to expose her for not actually caring about animals, just as an example. So like, say they created something to make it look like I don't even know. They did something to try to expose you for whoever they think you're pretending to be, okay? And it didn't work because, again, you are who you say you are. If I say I care about animals, it's because I care about animals. If I didn't, I wouldn't say I did. That's how I feel. Do you know what I mean? Anyway, didn't turn out the way they wanted. They tried something, blah, blah, blah. Now, for whatever reason, they can't let it go. They can't be like, I tried to expose that person, didn't work out, I guess I'll move on. Nope, it's like, I tried to expose that person, it didn't work out, now I'm gonna freaking go harder. Like, they can't let it go. They can't, they just keep showing me like they're gripping it. They can't let it go. They're obsessed with it. And the fact that, you know, whatever they tried to quote unquote expose, it didn't work because they weren't exposing anything. It wasn't real. You can't expose something that's not real. This is a crazy person. And I know exactly who it is in my life. So it's like, ugh, disgusting. So they went to some sort of practitioner. And now they're afraid of getting exposed for trying to expose you. This is like freaking 1980s, 1990s soap operas. It's very stupid. So they're afraid of getting exposed, blah, blah, blah. But they can't let it go still. Whew, I'm gonna have to play some nice calming music because this does not feel calm coming through, and I don't want to I don't want to pass on this energy to you guys. Okay. So now I'm getting scam. Everyone's gonna find out they're a scam. Everyone's gonna find out they're a scam. Okay. So hold on. Let's slow down. Sorry. Somebody's guides are here, and they are very blah 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 da 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 da, and they're making me that way, which I'm already that way a little bit, so it's not a good combo. Okay, so back up. Like I said, this person has created this fake persona. This person does not really have a personality of their own. They're like dry and not intelligent. They're not funny. They're not intelligent. They're not charismatic. They're not, there's not much to them other than this persona they've created of, I help people, and I don't know why I keep getting homeless. I care about the homeless. Blah, blah, blah. That's all they've got. That and something about the way they dress. I guess they dress with skimpy clothes. I don't know. So that always comes up. But something about they're going to be exposed for their being a scam. So if they have, let's say they take donations to help the homeless, just as an example, it's going to be exposed that they don't actually use that money for what it's for. Because again, I think this is the person that's connected to the guy from the church couple. If you know, you know. Anyway, so there's always something about like taking a collection, taking donations, and they're going to be exposed for this. And that's what they're afraid of. They're afraid people are going to find out that everything they've said and done was a scam. They're scammers. And I think this is why it was meant for this feminine energy to connect with this masculine energy who was part of the church couple. If you know, you know. Okay? If you don't know, there was a church couple. They were taking donations from people in a church for somebody's health. They didn't use that money for what it was supposed to be. They did other things with it. This masculine energy moved on from that feminine energy that he did the church thing with, and is now with this feminine energy. If you know, you know. I know it's a lot to keep up with. It's a Bodhi-Sudhya soap opera. Okay. Anyway, so the reason this feminine energy that is in competition with you had to get together with this masculine energy who already took money from the church people is because they're both getting exposed at the same time. When you really look at how the divine lays things out, it's incredible. These two could have never met, you know what I mean? They could have gone their whole lives, never met, but no, we're going to put them together so they can both get exposed at the same time. It's beautiful. Anyway, it's getting close, and I don't know about the masculine energy yet, but this feminine energy knows it's getting close and is terrified. They know they're getting exposed for being a scammer. It keeps coming through as a scammer. But this is all the more reason why they can't let this go with you. It's almost like a deflection, like I can see where people are starting to see through my facade, so let me deflect and point the attention at you. Look at this person. They act like they're so great. They're not. I'm going to expose them to sort of get the eyes off of them, if that makes sense. Deflect. That's why they can't let this go. It's not even really about you. It could have been anybody. It just happened to be, in this moment, they're obsessed with competing with you. This is someone who can never be told they're wrong about anything. And I don't even feel like you have to say you're wrong. It's just like, if they say, the sky is green, and you're like, well, no, you can see right there it's blue. They will flip out. Like, they can't ever be wrong. Even when it's like things they don't, like, there'd be no reason for you to know about, being an engineer. But this person will go to their grave swearing they know everything about being an engineer. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it's okay that you don't know that, but they're not okay with someone saying they're wrong about something. I hope that makes sense. And they refuse to admit that they were wrong about you. And they're literally willing to go down because they're convinced they can expose something about you, and that will take the focus off of their scams, whatever their scams are. And I always feel like it's some sort of donations that people give. And I always get like something about homeless people or something. It is homeless. There's a reason. This is sick, but this is what just came through. This person discovered that other people get attention for helping other people, for caring about other people. And so they've gone through different variations of that, okay? They settled on, and I'm sorry, this is just what comes through. They settled on homeless, particularly homeless people who have some sort of substance abuse problem, because should something go wrong, they think people will believe them over the quote-unquote homeless person with a substance abuse problem. Do you know what I mean? It's very disgusting. But that is why they settled on this. This seems to be their thing. I care about homeless. I care about the homeless who have substance problems, and it's all a facade, and I take a collection for them, and I take that money for myself. Something about furniture. Somebody donated furniture, and they put it in their own home. And again, because in their opinion, should anybody ever try to expose them, people will believe me, the one who helps everybody, over the quote-unquote homeless person who has a substance problem. Okay? That's what's coming through. And that is why they've settled on homeless people. It's disgusting, and they just keep showing manipulation. They manipulate that position a lot, because in their opinion, people will not believe, this is gross. If I take just one person, and you're going to quote unquote be my project, I'm going to take a collection for you and say I collect $1,000, and I give you 200 of that and keep the rest for myself. If you say something, people are going to believe me over you. That's what this person thinks. And that's why this person has chosen homelessness as their thing. Gross. And they're getting exposed. That's crazy. That's disgusting. And they know they're in the wrong. They know. They're not. This is not like being naive. This is intentional manipulation and gaslighting to everyone around them. Everyone. They're not real with anyone. This goes deep. Because I see police, I see court, I I see fines, I see jail. And you may be called to testify. You said something or did something. You unintentionally pointed something out that this person does. I don't feel like you're like, oh, I'm going to bring them down, but you saw things. You're an empath or an HSP. You're sensitive to energy, so you observe and see things other people don't see. Do you know what I mean? And so you just said something or pointed out something just in passing, but something that bothered you. And because of that, when this all falls down, someone's going to say, oh, so-and-so said that a while ago. I wish we'd have paid attention then. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't feel like you did it to bring them down. You just saw something that didn't add up and mentioned it, or maybe even reported. I don't know. But it's like, okay, I did that. I moved on with my life. And now you may be called, like, okay, so all these things come down for this person, and you may be called to testify about what you pointed out or what you witnessed or what you observed. I hope that makes sense. But this is going to be big. It's going to be big. It's I don't know if this person like has a charity, but there's something about donations. I take donations, and again, I feel like it's for the homeless, but also particularly for the homeless with a history or something having to do with like substance problems. And there's something else, and I feel like this is connected to that, but also this for some people is separate from that, where there's a lot of people upset because I know you're sick of hearing it. Empaths, light workers, HSPs, blah, blah, blah. You've got a light, right? You vibe higher than most people, and so that draws a lot of envy. So I've said this a million times, there's a lot of jealousy and envy. So because of this, people, low vibrational people, want to snuff your light, so they send bad things your way. However that plays out, whether they just gossip to cause you problems or literally mess in energy work or whatever that looks like for you. And they're very upset because it's like you keep sidestepping the problems. You keep you're just resilient. You're an empath. You're resilient. You know when something's being sent your way, whether you're conscious of it or not. So you know how, like, oh, if I see somebody tossing a bowling ball, I know to move aside because I know the bowling ball's coming. Do you know what I mean? Like you subconsciously just know. But also because you're an empath, you've been through so much. You're resilient. You can get through anything. You may not like it, but you can get through anything. And so now they're hateful of that. They're like mad. They want you to be burnt out. Like, how do you get through all these problems? Because it would take anyone else out. I've been rambling for freaking ever. Okay, so let me just, unless they keep talking. The point was we're heavy in it now. Do you know what I mean? I've been telling you all year about this energy wave and that energy wave, and this is what's happening. We got to clear this out. And a lot of your gifts are developing really fastly, and We're in the thick of it, is what the guides keep saying. You are in the thick of it. So all the things we've been talking about leading up to this is all coming to a head. And there's something big this week and last week, preparing for this week, about the supermoon and the Lion's Gate. Is bringing a lot of things to a head. So A, be prepared for that. But B, it's also exposing a lot of things. And again, heavy on the karma for low vibrational behavior. So not that I think you guys would behave low vibrationally, but this is not the time to. So stay on your P's and Q's. So I'm going to send out packages for the Lion's Gate, the supermoon, and then I'm going to do something for the Lion's Gate and the supermoon. It's like an all-in-one package. It's going to be like, we're going to work through the Lion's Gate portal, the supermoon, and it's going to be for everything: love, money, protection, your gifts developing. Along with that, and I think I'll just put it in the description, I want to do a mini package because there's a few of you that I keep talking about, like, oh, the coaching. We should have done the coaching because your gifts are developing so quickly. And I know money is always a thing, so I'm going to put together like just a 2 one-on-one. That way, a package where we'll speak one-on-one twice, just so you have someone to bounce the things off. You know what I mean? Like, this is what I've been feeling. This is what I've been experiencing. So we can get that, like, okay, this happens because of this. This is what I did to get through it. Let me channel your guides, see what they say. Just that, just a mini package so that we can talk twice based on what you tell me. Then we'll do some talking to your guides, see what they say. And then I also want to throw in like a past life reading, because a lot of times we're still carrying things from past lives. Blah, blah, blah. So mini package, 2 one-on-ones. Based on those 2 one-on-ones, we'll do energy work, readings, whatever your guides say to do. And then if they say you need like tools, like guided meditation, I'll do one of those for you, or whatever they say you need, or journaling exercises, or whatever your guides say, based on, what we figure out from the 2 one-on-ones. Anyhow, I'll put it in the description. Hopefully I'll describe it better. And yeah, so don't forget about the full moon and Lionsgate. And I know, like, every wave, I'm like, this is important, but this is important. This is monumental, because the Lionsgate is a big deal every year, not just 2025. So it's even more important in 2025. So let me get that out. I'm going to have to limit it to probably 6 for each. 6 for the Lionsgate, 6 for the full moon. That's about all I can do. And I know there is 2 people who have already ordered the full moon, and I will speak to you about that, because I want to give you the option to change that into the package I'm sending. So, okay, sending positive energy away, guys.